Yo.
Hello, everybody.
It's freaking time.
We're here a little bit early, but that's because we've got goodies for you.
Yeah, we have the starters from Jump to Lightspeed, Han Solo, and Boba Fett. And we're just going to play some games and see how the new cards feel.
They come with the new tokens.
They don't come with any TIE Fighter or X-Wing tokens?
Because I don't think these decks make
They don't make any tokens. Okay, that's probably for the best, like for
I think
like
that's
a starter
fine.
product.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think this deck makes it. No, I don't see
I don't think
it.
this one does either. And like I don't have our tokens that I ordered yet. So.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
So there you go. Now we are also doing, if you want to show that off, we're going to open a Carbonite box.
I spent so much money on this, guys.
We're opening a Carbonite box after we play a couple of games with the starters.
Is so expensive.
And we're going to, that'll be like a separate video from this if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you're with us in the live stream, we'll do that. We'll do just like a quick break at the end of this to go play it. But we did also want to give our feedback on the decks. We're going to play them at least twice. Play it once, swap it, play it. So
there's 60 card decks too. Were the other starters 60 cards?
There should be 50, right?
50 cards, yeah, 50.
I think they're 50. Does this have the deck list on the back of it? Yeah.
Where is? I was on the back of the base.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, it's the bases and the starters always come with those. So you got to cover the QR code.
Why?
As,
to view the rules.
The Keyforge.
Yeah.
The Keyforge.
Someone's gonna steal my deck. Should about to just make sure you get a showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't guaranteed either, right? Imagine buying 2 of that shit and not pulling a showcase.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah. However, I think if you hit a serialized, then you're like way ahead. I think serialized are going to clear the amount of what showcases go for.
Thinking like 500 minimum.
I think showcases are probably going to be like maybe high double digits, low triple digits, because I think the collector boosters. One, I think a disgusting amount of collector boosters are going to get opened, and then on top of that, here's the Han deck list for anybody interested, and then yeah, not to mention that I think there's just some characters that are showcases that nobody cares about, but like most of the ships in this set are playable one way or another.
Yeah.
And serialized cards are like crazy collectible from other games. So
I'm excited about it.
You're gonna have some psychopath that wants one copy of all of the same serialized number.
Right. What kind of sicko has that amount of money?
Because some of there's like connecting stuff, right? So you're gonna have sickos who are like, I want the serialized red 5 of one number to go right next to the Victor leader, stuff like that.
You are sicko.
Yeah, look at that. We got all kinds of sickos in chat.
Sicko check again. Love it. All right, so let's look at the leaders here in our starter deck. We got Boba Fett. Boba Fett says, when you deal non-combat damage, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, deal 1 indirect damage to a player. So when you deal non-combat damage, you can exhaust Boba Fett to do an indirect damage.
Yeah, so you get just extra ancillary damage with him throughout the game. There's like daring raids and force chokes and stuff like that in the deck. I think there's like 1 grenade strike. I do think grenade strike is particularly good with him.
Yeah, I mean, so non-combat damage, anything comes from events, anything that comes from like actions or on attack abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then the leader side deploys at 6 for a 4/7. Can deploy as a pilot, and when deployed as an upgrade, deal up to 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of units.
Yeah.
That's really good, right? That's
Yeah.
a huge tempo swing on his deploy turn. I mean, he deploys on 6. He does give +4/+4 to the ship he's in.
Yeah. Now, I mean, we were talking before the stream about draft, but honestly, I think slapping your leader in play as a 4/7 as a leader unit, there's some ways to get rid of upgrades in the set, and so it would feel really bad if you put your leader out there as an upgrade and they got smoked.
I will say it. At least with Boba Fett, you're doing the 4 damage, and you feel like that's the most important part about his leader deployment. I would feel pretty bad deploying him as a unit and not doing any damage.
Yeah, it depends on the abort state, right?
Yeah,
It really depends on the abort state, what you need. Yeah, Boba's armor with the leader unit, right? That's an actual way to get some value from him. Here's the Han leader. He's got like a whole bunch of text.
Good lord.
He has a whole bunch of text, but it says, tap, reveal the top card of your deck, then attack with a unit. The revealed card and that unit have different odd costs. That unit gets +1. So you have to jump through a lot of hoops with deck construction.
Different odd costs.
Yes. So they have to. The whole deck has to be odd, which fortunately they did do with this starter deck. Everything has got an odd cost.
I appreciate that.
And then when he deploys, for each friendly unit or upgrade that has an odd cost, ready a resource. Now, this I think is also a massive tempo swing because you can play something on 5 resources, then play him, then also get something else, right?
For each friendly unit or upgrade that has an odd cost, ready a resource.
Yes. Yeah.
So presumably, it's probably not that hard to get 5 units or upgrades out and play.
I
at
think
that point.
3.
3.
Well, he counts as 1, right? So you can tap out, play something, then play him, and you will have 2, right? It's not different odd cost.
It's not different. It's just
yeah,
any.
it's just that has to have odd.
That's
his.
so he's like Boba leader that doesn't have to get his attack in.
Yeah.
And also readies more resources.
Potentially raise more resources. Yeah.
I mean, that seems pretty good.
I also.
Is that only when he's deployed as an upgrade though, not as a unit?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, he is a rebel, which is extremely relevant. So, minimum of 2 ready resources. Yes. Right.
Sick. I'm excited.
But you could play like 1 drop, 3 drop, deploy Han, ready 4 resources, right? Assuming your opponent doesn't kill any of your stuff, right? Like we're making all kinds of crazy assumptions, but let's roll for that. A 5.
12. All right, I gotta learn what's happening. All right, here. Okay.
I think all these die to your damage, but
My indirect damage.
yeah. I'm gonna resource this. I'll resource that. Actually, I think I resource this. Okay.
All right, I'll spend 2 and I'll play Allegiant General Pride. When indirect damage is dealt to a unit, you may defeat a non-unique upgrade on it. On attack, you may have, if you have the initiative, do 2 indirect damage.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Now, I'm going to point something out real fast for people who buy the starters. Put that back up there. This dude is rare in the set, and rares in the set normally have foils, but for whatever reason, the rares in these starter decks do not have foils on them. We noticed that when we were just kind of looking through stuff earlier. All right, I will play a Greedo.
I'll take initiative. I gotta say also, having played a bunch of card game necromancy recently, I really appreciate that the starters are constructed in a way to where they're playable.
I'm gonna play a Wolfpack Escort, but I'm not gonna use it to bounce Greedo.
Okay.
I have played. These are not new cards. I have not played a new card yet, and then I will pass. He's gonna do like 5 damage to me. He's gonna attack. He's gonna do indirect damage. I'm gonna choose to put on my base, and then Boba Fett's gonna do an indirect damage to me. I'm just gonna choose to put it on my base.
Oh yeah. All right, I'll attack you for 2.
Yeah, I will. You've got the initiative, so I'll just take 2 damage, 2 indirect damage.
All right, and then I'll exhaust Boba to do 2.
I will take 2 indirect
more
damage. Yeah.
So I did just 5 damage. That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad for an attack for 2. Use Han's ability. Yeah, why not?
Well.
May as well. Use Han. Reveal the top card of your deck. Oh, it's a clone dessert. I don't know if I'd reveal
Oh, so
that.
it had to be a not
It needs to be
one.
different. Yeah, different. And then attack with the unit. So I'll have the Wolfpack Escort attack you for 2.
I'll play a 5th brother.
Greedo. I'll tell you what. Let's start with never tell me the odds on 5th brother.
Okay, let's show that.
So this is a starter deck only card. This is a brand new card. Discard 3 cards from an opponent's deck and 3 cards from your deck. Deal damage equal to the number of cards with an odd cost discarded this way. So let's take a look there.
I have 1.
All right, so I that is a new card there. No disintegrations.
Yeah, I'll just show it if we play it.
Okay. And then I milled 3 things there. So that's 4 damage to Fifth Brother.
Do you choose the target before you...
Discard 3 cards from an opponent's deck and 3 cards from your deck. Deal damage to a unit equal... So it doesn't...
choose
I
after?
don't... Yeah, it doesn't say... So I'll do 4 damage to the Fifth Brother.
I wonder. I'll take initiative.
Let's have Greedo take out General there. Just clean up the board. I don't particularly want to take 5 damage again. All right, and pass. I do think Never Tell Me the Odds is probably pretty good.
It does seem pretty good.
Seems pretty good.
You're building your deck around odd costs. It's doing minimum 3.
Yeah.
Especially if you get to choose after, which it does look like you do get to choose after.
So you know
cards.
you won't miss.
Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, I'm going to play Fet's Fire Spray. New Fet's Fire Spray. 4/4, when played, / on attack, deal 1 indirect damage to a player. If you control Boba Fett as a unit, upgrade, or leader, 2 indirect damage instead. So I will...
yeah, I'll just take 3
2 indirect damage
into
and
my
then
base,
another
I
indirect
suppose.
damage.
I suppose I'll just take all that damage into my base.
Pretty good.
I am... All right.
Yeah, milling the opponent's just nice to do.
We'll use Han's ability. This has a different cost.
It's just reveal, it doesn't discard
Yeah, it
anything.
says reveal the top card of your deck and then attack with a unit.
So you now know the top card of your deck, which is relevant to some
Yeah,
things,
so there is an Ezra in the deck. There, like Ezra's in the deck.
You can use like R2 and stuff to sift.
Yeah, you could use R2, and R2 costs 1 anyway, right? So I think there are, like, if you were like brand new to the game, you could probably pick up this Han deck and then modify it with a couple of cards, and it's probably like...
These both seem very solid for like modifying.
Yeah, having just
They're
played...
good bases, right?
Having just played the Buffy starter decks
Oh man,
from 20 years
these
ago.
are looking like freaking gold.
Yeah, these are like...
Absolute gold.
All right.
For 3?
Yes, I'll attack you for 3.
I'll take initiative.
All right, let's play Never Tell Me the Odds again. I hate to get rid of this Leia.
I got a 3.
All right, we got him again. Boom.
Jeez.
Boom. The card is money. It's open fire, but in yellow. Okay. All right, and I'll pass.
Okay.
Okay.
I will play the Elite P38 and do a damage to Wolfpack Escort. Bang.
Pow. And then you can Han.
I can Boba, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Boba.
Do damage.
All right, I will play the Falcon.
I'm going to play... Do I do that?
Actually, new way. I will say I feel like I need ways to draw cards in this Han deck.
I'm going to deploy Boba as a...
You need 6 resources for that, sir.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, okay then. That's fine. I'll play Boba Fett unit as an upgrade. When played as upgrade, you may deal 1 damage to a unit. If attached unit is a transport, you may deal 2 damage instead. So I'll do 1 damage to the Falcon.
Okay.
And it goes +2/+3 here.
All right, I'm going to deploy R2D2. Pilots for 0, and I'll put that onto the Falcon here.
I'll take initiative.
I will deploy the Han as a leader onto the Falcon. So I can actually have up to 3 pilots on it.
My God.
And so for each friendly unit or upgrade ready a resource, and these are all that has an odd cost. So I've got 3 there, so I get ready these. And then I'll play the shuttle Tiderium, which is a starter deck only card. Discard a card from your deck. If it has an odd cost, you may give an experience token to another unit. And so I wish I could like smuggle, like play stuff. So, all right, and pass.
Yeah, smuggling stuff seems like really key to the Han game plan.
Yeah,
ultimately, right?
Right. Because you get a bunch of free.
This card seems like I'll never be able to play it. All right. All right, I got a 5/5 the thing here. Your Millennium Falcon is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 9.
It's +1 for each pilot on it, so it's an additional +2. So 3,
That's a 10,
4,
9.
5, 6, 9. 9 attack.
Okay.
9 attack. And yeah, it's pretty big.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we're calculating our total smarts in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. Trying to figure out powers in Soul Forge.
I'll hit you for 5.
Okay.
Do not mention Soul Forge around me.
You have one job, and that job is to never mention Soul Forge. I guess there's. I don't know what you could do to this. I'll attack for 9.
Very well. I'll play Hunting Aggressor.
And when you deal indirect damage, it's increased by 1. Excellent, excellent. Okay. I'm gonna have. So Boba Fett would go into that and would be 7. Tiderium attacks. Tiderium is like knocking on the door of lethal against you on the next turn. So Tiderium's going to attack. Discard the card from your deck. It is the Dagger Squadron pilot. Yeah, from my deck. Top card here, just a 1/2 pilot for piloting 1. If it has an odd cost, you may give an experience token to another unit. So I'll give an experience token to the Falcon here.
I'm going to play Boba Fett onto the aggressor and do 4 damage to the shuttle.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think I got 10 there. That thing attacks for 7. These spaceships hit pretty hard.
I'm telling you, like
these spaceships hit pretty hard, huh?
I feel like it's just like invest in a ship, hope your opponent doesn't kill it, and try to run away with it.
I'm gonna waylay the P-38.
Okay. I'll take initiative.
I will pass. I'll resource nothing. This deck is actually, I think, aggressive as all get out.
All right. Well. I'll let you for 7.
Okay. 7 puts me to 21. Oh, this is now swinging for 10. Swinging at you for 10.
I'll play Houndstooth, which is a 4/3.
This is another star deck only card.
When attacking an exhausted unit that didn't enter play this phase, this unit deals combat damage before the defender.
Do I just take initiative here, I think? I think I do. Because you need 4 resources to kill the Falcon. I think I just take initiative.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's run that back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Run it back. These are fun.
That was like
these already feel better than the last starters.
Yeah, that was like a violent game.
Yeah.
Like a crazy violent game. Yeah, I was not so my initial impression was that this side of Han barely mattered, but that this side of Han is like potentially crazy good. And
that's about accurate. I mean, I think the front is good. I mean, attacking with a +1 some of the time is very good. The problem is not necessarily knowing that you can, but there are cards that can let you know.
Yeah.
The Ezra, the R2. No Good to Me Dead is probably the best card in the Boba deck. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. I No Good to Me Dead, the Falcon.
I don't think you can like resource that.
No, I did resource it.
Yeah, there you go.
But now I know.
Yeah, that Falcon gets fat.
Yeah, good lord.
That ability gets crazy thick. Yeah, I can see that. I can see his ability being pretty good with both Foresight and 3PO for sure.
Also opened some packs earlier, and getting excited about legendary pools again is super fun. Like,
legendaries are actually pretty good in this set.
I forgot that I forgot what it felt like to be excited about playing an L.
I actually think a lot of these legendaries aren't even like 3-ofs, but they're like cards you would want to play.
Yeah, which is fine. That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually probably a sweet spot.
Yeah, you even killed the ship that I could have deployed Han into immediately that turn. But I guess it's actually interesting. I was like gonna have to be kind of cagey about where I put Han. I also think it was interesting that I thought like the pilot abilities themselves would be like damage the turn you played them, but both of us had to play them exhausted, which was
that may end up being the trend, right? We'll see. It would suck really bad to play a pilot on a ready ship and then it get bounced or whatever.
Yeah,
exhausted. That's horrible. I think you'd rather most of the time just take the damage. The best pilots are going to be ones that have like when you play this as an upgrade abilities, I think.
I'm resourcing Chewbacca, but I think it's actually correct.
I don't know what to do. Oh man. Okay.
Chewbacca's crazy. Not that we've shown him off on stream yet, but Chewbacca's pretty good. It's just like if you have 2 1-drops in this deck, I think you have to keep them and you have to play with both of them. So because you have like a ton of 1 and a ton of 3-drops, and then you've got like some stuff up the curve.
And play TIE Bomber, which we'll
okay. Well,
I don't think we've seen it yet.
The
300 damage on attack. It's a 0/4. Legendary definitely feel better to pull this set. I really like how a lot of them are for niche type decks, so they're not like Vader, who is an auto include in set 1, but like Nathan says, they're very good in those niche decks. Yeah, exactly.
Right. All right. I will play a Clone Deserter.
Take an ish.
I will play a Dagger Squadron Pilot. And I'll say pass.
Playing some mans over there. I mean, this seems good. Okay. And then that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna play Dengar as a pilot. Attached unit gains on attack, deal 2 indirect damage to a player. If this unit is underworld, it's 3 instead. It gets +1/+2.
So you're doing.
It's 5 indirect damage on attack, +1 plus Boba.
Ooh. Okay. I will play Blue Leader. 3/3 ambush with the wind plate ability. You may pay 2 if you do move this to the ground arena and give it 2 experience tokens. So this card's actually really cool because I'm not using it for this purpose right now, but if you have 5 resources, you can play it, resolve the ambush against something in space, and then pay the 2, then move it to the ground arena. I'm going to have it ambush the TIE Bomber.
Okay.
I resourced Waylay, and I think
Yeah.
I think that is not something
can
to
never do that
resource. That is not something to resource here.
I'll attack your base.
All right, so it's hitting my base for 1,
Yeah.
and then dealing 5 indirect damage.
Yeah.
And then Boba Fett's going to do some indirect damage.
Yeah.
So
Count 6 indirect damage.
So I'll take 2 of the indirect damage on the clone deserter, and then I'll take 4 on the base.
Okay.
All right, we'll use Han. Clone Commander Cody is the revealed card, resource cost of 5. So I'll attack you with the clone deserter for 3 and restore 1.
I will take initiative.
I will have the Dagger Squadron pilot attack you for 2. And then we will pass. Dengar on the punishing one seems pretty good, right?
Yeah.
It's like attack for 4, 3 indirect damage. If you kill something that's upgraded, it readies. You could attack into something, right? I guess they could choose, like, if they know the thing is dying, they deal with the indirect damage to what's being attacked.
Yeah.
Is there a world where you get played? Maybe not. Let's put you down there.
All right, let's go ahead and send in the bomber.
All right.
On your base, and then it's going to be 6 indirect damage.
6 total indirect damage?
Yeah.
I think that's all going to my base.
Perfect. That's sick.
I think you even cheated yourself a damage there, right?
Did I?
My base was at 5.
Yeah.
He hits for
Oh,
1.
yeah.
Okay.
Or your base was at 4 because you restored 1, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was at 4.
Okay. All right. Let's use Han here, I guess. Is there any reason not to take out this Dengar? You know what? I don't think there is. I think I got to kill this thing because it's done enough. You've done enough. Thank you. That or like those interactions right there already tell me that like you need early interaction in this.
I'm going to play as a Jurian Starhopper. 1 defeated, deal 2 indirect damage to a player.
Okay.
2 for 2.
All right. I'm going to use Han Solo. It's a 1. It's R2D2.
Oh,
This ability is
so
garbage.
you can use his ability, look at your top card, and then you attack with any unit.
Yes.
See, that makes it way better
Yeah.
because you can pivot based on what you see.
Yeah, in this instance, I was going to have to send
Yeah.
him in. All right, so we'll attack the clone.
2 and restore 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit this with an electromagnetic pulse, 2 damage to a droid or vehicle, and exhaust it. Oh, I could have done that first, but I was worried that you might have another one. I don't know that there is another one in the deck, but I think, is it uncommon? I think there's 2 of them in there then. But
you can always look at the deck list.
yeah.
Blue leader. There are 2 blue leaders.
I didn't want to risk also you like waylaying it or something.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just, I mean, that's just so much damage to leave with 7
yeah.
damage.
Get the damage.
Yeah.
Do the dang damage. I don't want to beat you down on ground, I guess. I'm playing a Hugh Yang. I'll choose the Dagger Squadron pilot.
Okay. I'm going to play a first order stormtrooper.
On
Which is a
attack.
2-1 on
defeat.
attack, deal 1 indirect damage. On attack and when defeated.
Use this. This is effective use of resources. This is hidden for 4. I think I keep the card. I'll hit you for 4.
Take initiative.
I'll pass. Effective use of resources. Okay, I guess like that.
Okay. I am going to have the first order stormtrooper attack into the clone deserter. On attack, do an indirect damage.
I will take the damage onto Hugh Yang.
I will use Boba Fett. Do 1 more damage.
I will do it to Hugh Yang.
Okay. This now happens.
Yep. And you'll collect the bounty.
And I'll get 1 more indirect damage.
I will choose Hugh Yang. I will Han. This is a 3, so I will attack the Dagger Squadron for 5.
Pretty good. I will play Elite Starfire and do 1 damage to Hu Yang.
Hugh Yang is toast. I will play the Shuttle Tidarium.
I'll play a TIE Bomber.
I am going to give the Tidarium R2D2.
I'll take initiative. Oh, we have this thing. I'll attack you for 2.
Okay. I am going to deploy Han into the Tidarium. I'm allowed to have an extra pilot on it thanks to R2.
So you draw. Are you under tap 4?
That's correct.
Good lord, that's so stupid. All right,
all I have is Never Tell Me
Oh,
Odds.
okay,
so.
I'll take initiative.
So I'll play Never Tell Me Odds.
2 on me, so 5 damage.
Yeah, so 5 damage to something.
I think that is what won you the first game too. Right?
Yeah, because I played it back to like I took out your stuff on curve. Let's take out. Guess I could take out the I'll take out the Starfighter.
Okay, I'll do a damage there.
Okay, he's toast. All right, and you've got the initiative, so pass. This deck gets to 5 resources and just stops. I'm done. That's it. That's all the resources I need for the rest of the game.
Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
6, 4, 5,
9.
9. 6, 9.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and put Boba Fett in a TIE Bomber.
Just like in the movies.
Yeah.
All right.
Do
4 damage here. Okay. I am going to play the new Leia Organa. Restore 1, 3, 4. And when played, you may attack with a pilot unit or a unit with a pilot on it. It gets +1 and gains Restore for the attack. So we will have Tidarium attack. I think I got to go to your base. So it's going to hit you for 7, 2, 3, 6, and on attack, I reveal discard the card. It's Chewbacca. It costs 5. So I'm going to put an experience token on Leia, and then I restore 1, and then hit you for 7. This Leia seems pretty good.
And now I'm just an attack away from dead. I guess I can like attack into it. Oh jeez. All right. I'll play Bosk Pilot. Who's on attack, exhaust the defender, and deal 1 damage to it. If it's
Okay. He's hopping into the Zygerian.
Yeah.
I will play Greedo.
Okay, so I can trade here. Yeah, so it's 5. It'll be 5 total damage.
Yeah, so you attack, you do a damage, and then it does 4. Yeah, and so we explode. Han ejects.
I accept this.
All right, I will take initiative.
Okay. I'm gonna hit Leia with no disintegrations.
All right, so she takes all but 1 health.
Yep. Deal damage to a non-leader unit equal to 1 less than its remaining HP.
All right, so she does 4 damage there. Okay.
And then I'll attack with the TIE Bomber. 3 indirect damage,
It'll all go to my base.
and then 4 damage.
The fighter had a win defeated. Yeah, so you got
two more, 2 indirect damage.
Yeah, so 2 more to my base.
Okay.
I guess I would have put some of it on Leia
Okay.
Before the no disintegrations.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You would put 2 on Leia.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
That's it.
Yep. Okay. Resource nothing, but I will use Han. The top card is the Mandalorian.
So you're free
it's
to
a
attack with
5.
whatever.
So I'll have Leia attack you for 5, 3 plus the experience token plus 1 for Han's ability, and a restore 1. Very importantly.
All daring raid Greedo.
All right, Greedo is toast. I will play Boshek as a unit. He doesn't do anything here. He has 4 ability and is a pilot.
Ability?
Yeah, he had 4 ability in the.
What the hell?
that joke's for Dave. Whenever Dave gets to watch this, so
I mean, I guess if I attack with Boba Fett, I lose here, so I take initiative.
take initiative. Okay. I'll pass.
I don't know that there's anything that can bail me out. Oh, there's not. All right. You win that round.
You win
match.
this round,
All right, give me
Han
Han.
Solo. This deck's pretty fun. I was skeptical about this deck, and then I played it, and
It's so
so I'm pleasantly surprised when that happens in a game.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Pleasantly surprised when I'm like wrong about a way a deck functions.
Your answers, I feel like, were better than my answers. A lot of the time.
Yeah. You get more damage.
Never Tell Me the Odds is so much better than No Disintegrations.
Yes.
No Disintegrations, I think, is just a bad card.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't. So I think No Disintegrations is good in Bosk, right? It's just not good with this Boba Fett.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause you
really
can't
good with
direct
Bosk, right? Because it's three. It's 3
You put
to
a bounty on them.
yeah,
You No Disintegrations, the boss shoots them.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems really good.
That seems really good. This Boba Fett, nah, who knows? Who knows? Also good Invader. Also very good Invader. Also very good Invader.
Maybe it's just not a bad card. Maybe it's just a bad card in Boba Fett. Fine. What's on deck? Dude, his deploy turn is crazy. You had one thing in play, and then all of a sudden you're untapping 4 resources.
Yeah,
So
And that deck doesn't draw cards.
if you had some smuggle stuff, that'd be crazy, right?
Yeah.
And like smuggle fits so well in his game plan. I don't know. This one might be cracked.
Yeah.
This one might actually be crazy.
Yeah. I'm much more excited for him after playing it. I think the 3/1/1 is like the optimum deploy for his turn.
Yeah.
2 1-drops and then a 3-drop, and then when he comes out, you're ready for resources. Is he each even cost, odd cost upgrade as well?
Each friendly unit or upgrade that has an odd cost.
Yeah, so like the holdout blaster is odd cost, right?
And all your pilots are like pilot for even cost but have an odd cost.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I didn't really have like a draw where that panned out exactly like that, but that wasn't like a big deal, honestly. Okay.
4.
7. Yeah, funny. The Boba Fett deck came out swinging hard
In
like,
both games, really.
Yeah, it was like it was putting numbers up, like crazy big numbers up. Okay. All right, I guess we resource that. Resource.
Big
Resource U.
Traders with odd unit is 2 right on deploy.
Yeah, so you could Traitorous their guy, right? Their 3-drop. So with Han, you could turn 2 resupply, right? 3 resources resupply. Turn 4 Traitorous something, and then deploy Han as a pilot. Like you could Traitorous their vehicle, then deploy Han into it. Board Games Right section to put
Yes.
SWOO.
It is.
Yeah, we think so.
Because
There's no CCG.
other-
There's no
yeah.
tabletop CCG section. So, all right. I will play the Zygerian Starhopper.
There was a time when Twitch allowed you to have some card games as a category, like when we played Keyforge to start with. Keyforge was a category on Twitch, but
Yeah, they annihilated
they
that somewhere
annihilated
later.
it and consolidated it. Yeah.
They were like, let's save some server space. Let's not do anything about the amount of like videos that people can have. That because they did something about that recently.
Yeah, they did. Turncoat.
We'll get rid of categories or something. I don't know what the rationale is.
Yeah.
I will take the initiative.
And the secret is that category on Twitch doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah.
I'll play a Neon Nub on this Turncoat. So
Okay.
attaching is +1/+0 for each other friendly pilot unit and an upgrade, but it gives us +1/+2. So,
Yeah.
so it's not giving me any bonus right now.
The thing is so much better than my card.
Oh yeah.
This is where I need no disintegrations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's the best thing you can do because you're especially if you're going to open like physical boxes, then this is fine. There's like a card games category, I think, but it's like for playing cards, and I don't know. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
4, 5. So it's a 3-5 right now.
It's 3/5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like poker. Yep.
I will put Bosk on the Zygerian Star Hopper.
I'll notice any or never tell me the odds.
Okay.
I need to get lucky, I think. 1, 2, 5 damage. Boom. Extremely good. What a card.
I'll take initiative.
I'll hit you for 3.
Oh, I guess I get to do.
I can Han actually.
I get indirect damage when this dies.
Yeah. I reveal R2 with Han. And,
Okay. So no extra damage.
yeah, I'll take the 2. And then +1 for Boba.
Yeah, and then I'll Boba.
Okay. What did that do exactly? Let's show never tell me the odds. Discard 3 cards from an opponent's deck and 3 cards from your deck. Deal damage to a unit equal to the number of cards with an odd cost discarded this way. So I discarded 3 from mine. The Han deck is built with all odd costs, so you're always going to hit 100% on that. And Nathan discarded 2 odd costs in his 3 cards.
Yeah.
So it did 5 damage.
Yeah.
Thus annihilating Bosk's ship. Sad. Sad and failing Bosk. And pass.
Han Solo's killing our beautiful lizards. He shot them dead in space, folks.
Crooked Han Solo.
Crooked Han Solo. I says the job, but you got to do something about this Han Solo. He's no good. He's not a good. He's a. They say he's scruffy looking, people.
He's a scoundrel.
All right, I will play the Imperial Interceptor. I'll do 3 damage to the Cartel Turncoat. I will use Boba Fett to do 1 damage to you indirectly.
I will take it on the base.
All right.
I'll play
Thanks.
a Death Space Skirmisher.
Appreciate that. I will take the initiative.
I will play R2 Pilot on the Skirmisher,
Okay.
which I'll show. I don't know if we've shown R2, but I know we played it a couple times.
Yeah.
Can pilot stuff extra attached unit gains you may play or deploy 1 additional pilot on it, and +1/+1. Seems like a very good. Oh, it deploys for 0. It's pilots
Yeah.
for 0.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god. And
Yep.
then I'll use Han. So I should display this here Chewbacca. And
We
I'll
have to
attack
play
you.
him, but yeah.
I'll attack you for 4.
'Kay.
No, actually it's 5 because I get +1 from the Neon Nub.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, pretty good. Pretty good. And then I'll pass. Chewbacca. This on deck might be crazy. It may be a little insane.
I have to like get past this turn. Like that's the
Aren't you going to be sick in Mando 0 cost upgrade? That's true. Good point. Before, the only really thing you could do with those were the bounties.
okay. We're gonna have the interceptor fly into the turncoat.
Okay, so you draw.
Yeah.
I will have the skirmisher hit you for 4.
Okay. I am going to play a first order stormtrooper.
I think I'm just gonna jam this Chewbacca out here.
Oh, okay.
I'm jamming him.
All right, I'll play the fire spray, and I'll deal 2 indirect damage to you. And then once you take that, I'll use Boba Fett and do an indirect damage to you.
Okay. I'm gonna send Han to this thing. I get 4 untaps.
Yep. I will take the initiative.
I'll just play this blue leader.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out if I wanted last turn to bring the blue leader to the ground and kill this thing. I mean, if you had played that, obviously that would have been an insane play to be able to just kind of like dump it there and ambush. Because you can do that, right? You can. So you have to, it has to go to the ground to get +2. Okay.
So you can So you can pay 2. It goes to the ground arena and then it ambushes something. Or you can have it fight in space with the ambush, then pay the 2, then have it go down to the ground arena.
I see.
So it ambushes in space for 3, but on the ground for 5.
That's pretty sick. All right.
But yeah, I think it's a very good card because it's extremely versatile. So.
Pass after that.
Okay.
Also, no new bans in the meta updates. Sounds like DJ's on the edge, but they're waiting. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why they would ban right before a new set comes out when nothing is super egregious. But I mean, I gotta say we're not like that in tune with the meta.
Yeah.
Because we didn't play any PQs or anything. But I do agree. Just like let the new set settle a bit. Let the meta figure some stuff out, and then they can address things. That sounds like they were like super aware of all their potential problems anyway, right? Like they're very open about the whole process, which is cool.
Refreshing even.
Yeah, that's great.
It's definitely a step up from the way Fantasy Flight had run their games in the past.
Yeah, which was never talk about anything.
They would do like a strategy article, like, and they would maybe have like a guest, like if you did really well in a tournament, they would maybe have you do like a thing about it, but they would like never talk about really the state of the game. So, all right, we can deploy Boba. We can attack with the fire spray. You don't quite have enough damage to kill me from here. That is hitting for 7, 12, 15. Not dead. Not dead as of yet. If I attack with the fire spray into blue leader, the fire spray's damage just gets absorbed by blue leader. If I deploy Boba to the fire spray, it goes to an 8/8. I get 4 damage. I can smoke blue leader. Okay, we will deploy Boba Fett as a leader. And just a refresher, deal up to 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of units. So I will deal 3 damage to blue leader and 1. This has got 8 on it.
It is a 7, 8.
I guess I'll do a damage to Chewbacca.
Okay. I'll hit you for 7.
Okay. All right. Kill that thing. I gotta kill it. So Fett's fire spray will attack. So on attack, I'll attack there. I get 2 indirect damage. Goes there, and then we fight there. It's set. You said it was 7, right?
Yeah.
So Fett escapes in a badly damaged fire spray.
I will never tell me the odds,
Oh no!
and that's surely going to kill him.
Yeah. 1. I have 2 here.
I milled 3 1-drops, which is awesome for me.
All right, so blasting the fire spray.
Blasted.
Fett is toast.
These are the best starters.
Yeah, I don't think
These
it's,
are the best starters.
I don't think
these
it's
are better than set 1 starters.
I don't think it's particularly close. The
Yeah.
set 1 starters kicked ass.
They are really good. Yeah.
Um,
But I'm having a lot of fun in these matches, even though I've been losing.
all right, I will play Fett's fire spray.
I'll attack you for 5.
Okay. I will attack you for 5.
Take initiative. They
I
better be with the price bump and separation. Yeah, they did include there's 6 or 7 rares in here, which is cool, and there's rares from other sets.
I'll have the first order stormtrooper attack your base, and then it'll do 1 indirect damage.
I'll take on base.
Okay. And then I will pass, and I just see if I die to Chewie being activated. Resource. This.
I'll play this here Hu Yang and buff Chewie. Try that.
Oh.
I'll try that out first.
Uh-huh.
You can zoom in on Chewbacca again? Certainly. Chewbacca says this unit can't be defeated or returned to hand by enemy card abilities. It's a 5/6 for 5. What a card. And if he's piloting, it gives it that same ability to whatever ship he's on. What a damn card.
We're having no disintegrations, but that doesn't kill him here.
The Chewbacca is also a starter set exclusive card.
Yeah.
So.
First order stormtrooper. I just assume you play wrong. Fett's fire spray says exhaust a non-unique unit. All right, you got it.
Boom. We'll see if the Honda was better.
I think it
might just be
I think
better.
it might be slightly better.
The thing is, the Honda play turn is crazy.
When you deployed Neon, I took a lot of damage from Neon.
Yeah.
I think so. I think the deck that doesn't have initiative wants the interaction. Does that make sense? In that first game, you had the initiative, and I was removing your stuff.
Whoa!
Hey, thank you,
Oh,
mysterious
that's good.
benefactor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. All
And
right.
so, I resourced no disintegrations because I was like, this card's terrible. But if I had had it, I could have dealt with the nub right there, and I would have been in a much better shape. Also, this deck has not drawn No Good to Be Dead, I think, in any of the games. So
It's so important.
It's
we
extremely
do have
important.
this here, Carbonite.
yeah, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to play one more
game.
One more of the starter decks, and then we're going to open the Carbonite just to see what's what. What's the deal?
Ooh.
So,
Get excited. Get pumped.
that will be in a separate video if you happen to be watching this on YouTube. So,
I can't wait to see how much money I wasted. Well, I know how much money I wasted. I can't wait to see if it's just set on fire or not. I got 2 cases.
yeah,
set.
Carbonite, as far as Carbonite goes,
Just one Carbonite. I couldn't
yeah.
justify buying more than 1 Carbonite.
Yeah, I have a hard time justifying.
I don't know that I wanted to buy 1, but for science, I wanted to see.
First off, you gotta give. You gotta give. And then I suspect that in a month the Carbonite's going to be impossible to find. So, yeah. Is this the first turn play? All right, you get resourced. This might just be. That might just be the first turn play. You get resourced.
God, this game is hard. This game is hard. What the hell? Maybe it's this. Ooh. I don't have any.
You getting 12 carbonite boxes.
Holy shit.
That's quite a bit.
Holy shit.
You'll have everything. I'll play the First Order Stormtrooper.
Turncoat.
I will play the First Order Stormtrooper.
Dagger Squadron pilot.
I will take initiative.
Pass.
I am going to blast the Cartel Turncoat for 2, and then I'll use Boba Fett, and you could get an extra damage. I don't know where you want it to go. 1 extra indirect damage.
Base.
Okay.
Because I'm playing Leia. I'll show
Ooh.
Leia again, because Leia's freaking sick.
Yeah,
Restore
she's
1 when
really
played.
good.
You may attack with a pilot unit or a unit with a pilot. It gains +1/+1 and gains restore 1 for this attack. So I'll hit you for
Sauron, thank you.
5. Thank you so much.
Winner of the showcase from our
Lord Sauron.
what's it? The trash compactor tournament that we did. I will daring raid the Cartel Turncoat and draw.
I'll take initiative.
I'll play another First Order Stormtrooper.
Beautiful.
I will attack you for 2 and do 1 indirect damage. And then I'll attack you for 2 and deal 1 indirect damage.
All right, I'll go all base.
Okay. And I will say pass.
All of those guys on the board is scary, I will say. I am a little scared. Bit early for Leia to be fighting the First Order, yeah.
All right.
Do I take one of these guys out? Like, I feel like if I take one out, it's just stupid. I'll attack your base for 3.
Okay. And you get to restore 1. All right. Feel the might of the First Order. So attack for 2, and then I'll do 1 extra indirect damage to you. So attack for 2 with 2 instances of indirect damage.
I'll take 1 on Leia.
Sure.
I'm going to play Shuttle Teridium.
I'm going to attack you, the First Order Stormtrooper.
All 3.
You.
I will take initiative.
Attack you, the First Order Stormtrooper, for 3.
I'll take all 3.
I'm going to play a First Legion Snow Trooper.
Okay.
And then I'll play a TIE Bomber.
All right.
And then I'll pass.
And play Blue Leader. I'm going to pay 2 to move to the ground arena.
Give it 2 experience tokens.
Give it 2 experience tokens, and I'll ambush the Snow Trooper.
Okay.
What a cool card.
All right. I will attack you for 2 and do an indirect damage.
I will take 1 on the shuttle.
And then I'll do another indirect damage.
I'll take it on base. I will use Han. Show Chewbacca. I'll attack with the shuttle into your base for 3. All experience on Leia.
Oh, and the shuttle discards the top card.
Oh,
So
it discards my Chewbacca.
yeah.
Feel bad.
This first order stormtrooper is going to attack you for 2 and do 1 indirect damage.
I'll do 1 to the shuttle. Let's hit your base for 4 and restore 1.
All right, I'll attack you for 2 and do 1 indirect damage.
I'll take 1 on base. I feel like I should have deployed Honda the shuttle.
To get
To get more
damage immediately, yeah.
Yeah, I think I need more damage.
I'll have the TIE Bomber attack you for 3 indirect damage.
All right, let's do 1 here, 1 to Leia, and 2 to the blue leader. And then I gotta deploy Han. Already 4.
All right, I'll play Fett's Fire Spray and you'll take 2 indirect damage.
I'll play Never Tell Me the Odds.
Okay.
3 here. 1, 2. I'll do my 5 there.
Okay. I will take the initiative.
Yes. Yeah. You want to see the blue leader? There you go. 3/3, 8 for 3 ambush. When played, you may pay 2 if you do move this unit to the ground arena and give it 2 experience. Pretty sick. Pretty goddamn sick.
Pretty real sick.
And it's uncommon, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to deploy Boba to the TIE Bomber. 4 damage divided as I choose. So 1 finishes off the blue leader, and then 3 finishes off of Leia.
We can pack it up there. Yeah. These guys.
I think these guys are pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
The question is, are they like playable in Premiere?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But like first order decks, I think they're certainly.
Yeah.
They're comparable to first order
The
Death Star Stormtroopers.
Death Star
yeah.
Stormtrooper for sure.
And I think
Wow.
when they're on attack and when defeated ability means they're super playable.
Yeah, you get a lot of extra damage with them. And they're like crazy with Django, right?
Yeah. I love these starters. These are great.
Yeah, these are probably the best starters they've ever done.
These are really fun.
I feel confident saying that. And
Yeah.
So the set 2 and 3 starters were like okay. I think if you were like new to the game, and like for instance, there was like a customer at the store that I work at who was like, I love the Mandalorian show. Cool, there's Mandalorian decks, right? That's the type of person that those decks are really good for. But these are just like really competitive decks.
Yeah,
So
I like it. I'm optimistic for the future of the starters being just like buy a hero you like.
Yeah.
And this is like a very expandable deck.
You could give somebody that deck to go play in a tournament.
And I think it would do actually okay.
They would not be embarrassed.
Someone would be so pissed when they lost to Chewbacca.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah.
This guy's playing a starter.
The guy's looking at his hand. It's like two the power of the dark side, 2 of the thing that kills somebody else or whatever. Merciless conflict. A takedown.
Yeah, the first set's very good. These are comparable to the Luke
The
Vader
first
starters,
decks
for sure.
that they did a very good job of showing you what was cool about the game.
Yeah.
Once you like played them and really understood what was going on in those decks, they were an excellent intro to the game. Like as far as here's cool things about the game. Virtually everybody that played other card games and then played with those starter decks were like, oh, these are really good. I don't know how they functioned for completely new to card game players, but at this point, I don't know how many people that would be. All
right, there you go. Those are the starters.
Starter decks.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Stay
those.
tuned. Stay tuned if you're here
Yep.
physically.
And if you're on YouTube, then stay tuned for the next video where we'll open a Carbonite booster. Thanks for watching.